Throughout the history of magic, performers have used unimaginable methods to astonish audiences. By the early 20th century, simple card tricks or pulling rabbits out of hats no longer drew the same attention. Audiences craved breathtaking, seemingly impossible feats. During this period, one name stood out: Joseph Burrus. Like his childhood hero Harry Houdini, he gained fame for being buried alive. But even this was not enough for Burrus. He wanted something even more dramatic. One day, he was buried 7 meters underground in a plastic coffin, his hands tied. The plan was to escape the coffin and break through the soil to the surface. The audience waited in suspense, but no one considered the immense weight of the earth above him. The 7-meter thick soil crushed the coffin in seconds. Burrus, hoping to make history, tragically performed his final act. Another performer famous for escape acts was Charles Rowan. His most famous trick involved lying on the ground with his hands tightly bound while an 8-cylinder car drove toward him. Every time the car approached, people held their breath as Rowan narrowly escaped by freeing himself at the last moment. However, during a 1930 performance, things did not go as planned. This time, the knots on Rowan's wrists were tighter than expected. As the car approached quickly, the audience assumed it was part of the act. But within seconds, the horrifying truth emerged. Rowan could not free himself and was crushed under the car. Dangerous illusions did not only happen on stage but also on film sets. During the filming of The Magician's Crew, Isla Fisher entered a massive aquarium with her hands and feet chained. According to the scene, she was supposed to escape the chains and exit the tank before piranhas were added. However, something unexpected occurred. The chains wouldn't open. Fisher struggled underwater, truly running out of oxygen while trying to breathe, but everyone assumed she was acting. Minutes felt like seconds, and the heartbeats of everyone on set raced. After 4 minutes, it became clear that Isla Fisher was not acting. The crew panicked, the tank was emptied, and Fisher narrowly escaped death. That day, the young woman demonstrated just how dangerously intertwined acting and reality can be. The story of Australian doctor Vivian Hensley did not take place on a professional stage but in his living room. Hensley had developed amateur magic tricks to entertain his young son. His most popular act was swallowing a razor blade. Normally, he pretended to place the blade in his mouth while secretly hiding it in his jacket sleeve, and his son watched in amazement. One day, disaster struck. Hensley failed to hide the razor in time, and it went down his throat. Covered in blood, he was rushed to the hospital. What had been a small trick for his son turned into a horrifying accident. Tragically, Hensley passed away the next day. In Germany, Polish magician Madame DeLinsky was known for her bullet-catching act. She usually used blank bullets and created the illusion of stopping them mid-air with special apparatus. Audiences were fascinated by this daring performance. One day, DeLinsky decided to make an even bigger show. 6 people would fire at her simultaneously. Rehearsals were held and the rig was set up. However, a tragic mistake occurred. One of the shooters accidentally loaded a real bullet into their gun. As the show began, the audience held its breath. DeLinsky prepared to catch the bullets, but a real bullet struck her abdomen, knocking her down. At first, the spectators thought it was part of the act, but seconds later, the horrifying truth was revealed. She was rushed to the hospital and passed away a few days later. Her death proved how deadly stage illusions can truly be. For more videos like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm SIMURG. See you in the next video.